So many people think that stock market is only for the rich people, but there are some interesting reality check that it might surprise you with the stock market and who owns them actually. So yeah, check this out.
Okay. So Donald Trump just said he hopes the stock market crashes in the next 12 months.
We have an economy that's incredible. We have an economy that's so fragile. And the only reason it's running now is it's running off the fumes of what we did, what the Trump administration. It's just running off the fumes. And when there's a crash, I hope it's going to be during this next 12 months. Because I don't want to be Herbert Hoover.
Okay.
The stock market is not owned by
mad.
Wall Street hedge fund fat cats. The stock market, who owns the stock market? Pension funds, insurance companies, 401ks, firefighters, teachers, nurses who are checking their 401ks every night to figure out, can I retire in the next 5 years? But Donald Trump wants the market to crash, so the average American blames the current president. What does that say about A, Trump, and B, the American people, that we might fall for that?
So she mentioned that the stock market was owned by, normal day-to-day people like teachers, nurses, firefighters that actually hold a 401k. And it's true that a lot of us has 401k account and we are invest in some investment funds that actually are based on the stock market. So if the stock market falls, all these people, nurses, teachers, firefighters, policemen, or maybe people from the military, they will have a fall on their portfolio. And she mentioned that Donald Trump wants to crash, want this market to crash. That's a really controversial statement. I mean, according to some other people, that Donald Trump loved the stock market. Well, what does it mean when he wanted to crash though? Every time the market crash, either the stock market or the housing market, there are some people out there who will lose a lot of money. However, it will also create a lot of opportunities for people to jump into the market and ride the wave up, right? In the long term, the stock market will always go up, no matter what. If it can dip a little bit, that's just the cycle of the market. And so is the real estate, right? We see the crash in 2008, 2009, and we can see that the real estate market also recovers really well. I think right now the stock market and the real estate market are in a super big bubble right now because we've been printing out money and passing it out like crazy. It's free money. All right, they drive up inflation. It drives up the real estate price as well as the stock price. Okay, it's a big bubble. I mean, even the interest rate are down right now, the stock market are still driving to new records. I don't know how is that sustainable. Like S&P 500, right? I mean, and Nasdaq, they're all breaking new records. And how is that sustainable? Okay, maybe big tech companies just like slashing the workforce, laying people off like left and right. If that is sustainable, then so be it. But I believe we are in big financial bubble right now, in the stock market and the real estate. Nobody can afford a freaking home, man. Like, I seriously, I think in the Biden administration they have called a soft landing of the crash. I don't think it's gonna work because it just drags the painful moments of the economy. This just drags it. Not a big fan of it.
The hardest thing that I've witnessed over the last year is seeing people that were very hardworking and very conservative that invested in the stocks. And I'm not talking about high-flying stocks. I'm talking about very solid companies. And their net worth is 50% of what it was a year ago. And they haven't done anything wrong.
Right.
Now, they put their money in stocks, so I guess you could say that's wrong. But it's really not wrong.
No.
Because historically, that's been okay. So they went into conservative stocks, and a year later, they're worth 50%. And all they've done is worked, and that's the hardest thing I've seen.
So the lady before that said Donald Trump wants the stock market to crash. Okay, but in this video, he actually feels sad about people losing like 50% of their income or their portfolio. That's contradicting. He said that people work, just normal day life, that those like positions that offer 401k, that you should have a 401k portfolio to grow their retirement account based on the performance of the stock market, right? And nobody wants things to fall, to be honest, but we should grow the economy like steadily up, but not like bubbling like right now. Everything is off the chart. Real estate, stock price is really just off the chart. It's not sustainable. All right, a crash should be coming because, like, that if the market doesn't crash, there won't be any opportunities for younger generations like you or the guys from in the Gen Z to jump in the market. Yeah, I don't like bubbles. My friend bought a house like 3 years ago during the pandemic, and the value jumps up like 40%. It does not make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It does not make. It shouldn't jump like 40% just like that. Right? I mean, it's good to have equity, but think about all the other people who are struggling to buy a place to call home. It's very difficult out there.
I've known Trump, and I know him fairly well. He's been wildly pro-stock market, always watched it like a hawk. He loved bantering about the stock market, appeared on the show many times, because even though he was in real estate, he enjoyed stocks. It's not about friends, it's about money. So if you think that Trump is more likely to be president, the overall tone of the stock market will improve, if only because the man can't bear to see it go down, as the major averages are the barometer he uses to measure his own job approval. You may think that's insane, but it's the reality, and if nothing else, hate him or like him, he's good for your portfolio.
Trump is good for your portfolio. So there you go, guys. If you want the stock market to drive even more, vote for Trump. Oh man, that's classic, man. He mentioned that Trump loved the stock market. Okay, if he loves the stock market, then it should get the market to be less volatile. Right now it's super volatile. In the first video, Trump mentioned that he want the market to crash. It should crash. It should crash. It's time, man. It's way too expensive. Everything's way too expensive. That market need to crash down. I know you guys are gonna hate me if you have 401ks. I have 401k myself. I have a lot of money in 401k, but I think it's time to crash a little bit because like it doesn't make sense. It shouldn't have like 20% increase, like return on annually on a return. 20%, like it's good, but it's really bubbly. This is not real wealth. So I would say just cash out. Cash out. Vote for Trump, let it crash, and you find opportunity, buy the dip. That's my take. Alright, you guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, this is not a financial advice channel. I'm just here chatting and joke around stuff, and looking at Trump. Yeah, that's what I do. Hope you guys like the video. Click the like button and subscribe for more contents like this. Man. Alright, I'm gonna put my money up on 401k. See you. Bye.